So far, the Anbernic RG40XX is delectable. So I bought myself a retro handheld. Finally. I caved. I've been researching them for quite a while now. And I went with the RG40XXV. I knew that I wanted a vertical orientation because I grew up with, of course, the Game Boy DMG. And this is my favorite looking handheld, probably just for nostalgic reasons. I totally am aware that I am affected by nostalgia. I also have this. This is actually not mine. I bought this for my little nephew. And I love that it looks like the Game Boy DMG. It's got those same aesthetics going for it. But I almost bought one of these for myself, but the ergonomics are just not working for me. Some of the games that I was playing was putting my hand in a weird position, and it would start fatiguing like some of the muscles, especially if I was laying in bed. It just wasn't comfortable enough. So I thought maybe a bigger one would be better. So I bought, I got the bigger one. I got the one with the joystick, just in case there are games like Shmups games are really good with a joystick. They work with the D-pad, but I like the joystick for those kind of games. And games like Legend of Zelda work really well with a joystick, and it's not too bad. It's fairly comfortable. There's 3 choices for colors for these 40XXVs. There's the kind of the cobalt blue, and there's the see-through black, which I almost got. That one looked really cool. But I ended up going for the white because I knew that I might want to customize it myself one of these days to make it look like the original Game Boy DMG. So if I got the white, that would be easiest to slap the old Rust-Oleum on it. And they sell some buttons on Etsy, the DMG color buttons for these 40XXVs. I might just keep it white. The white's pretty sexy. It gives me that analog pocket vibe, which I also almost bought one of those. But I went with this one. I thought this was best for me. It was only $80, and that's with shipping and everything. And I'm enjoying it right now. Now, what I did do, I put Newly on it. Newly Firefly. That's why you can see it looks. These menus are for the Newly Firefly OS, and I like it a whole lot better than the stock operating system that Anbernic puts on these. This one here, I put Garlic OS on, and it's perfectly functional. It does the job. It's not flashy. You can probably make it flashier by putting screenshots or even logos and stuff. I didn't do any of that. I had to pretty much rebuild this for my little nephew. The stock SD card that came with the 35XX, this was last year's model, right? It failed, and he was unable to even open it up. It was just getting stuck on the Anbernic logo screen. It wasn't even getting past that. So I had to reflash a brand new SD card. I got, like a Samsung, and so far so good. Garlic is working. It's perfectly serviceable. But as far as aesthetics are concerned, I'm really enjoying the Newly Firefly aesthetics. Once you get your games on there, you run the scraper, and it puts these nice little screenshots on here. Some of them will even play some gameplay as you're waiting. Not all of them do that. Some of them do that. But apparently it'll work. I mean, I've been playing PlayStation 1 games. Anything below PlayStation 1, it runs really well. I've not tried Dreamcast or, Sega Saturn. I've not tried PS2 or anything. I don't think it's a PS2 game console myself. It's only got one joystick. And the joystick's okay. It's like Nintendo Switch style, if you can see that. It's got the Nintendo Switch style of joystick. So it doesn't have a lot of travel on it, but it does well for the older games. So far, I've really been enjoying Little Samson. Finally getting around to playing Little Samson on the NES. really found a hidden gem in the Bruce Lee game that's on the Game Boy Advanced. Man, Game Boy Advance got some awesome games on it. Drill Dozer was another one I was really getting into. So yeah, I'm enjoying some of my past again, in the comfort of my couch or my bed. You know, it's just a nice little thing, and it's kind of small. You know, I was carrying around my Steam Deck just out and about. I would case it up, bring it with me on short drives. Now I can bring this guy, and I don't have to lug around my huge brick of a Steam Deck for going on a 20 or 30 minute drive. So that's what I'm excited about with having a little pocketable handheld. I can throw it in my hoodie pocket, or even when summer rolls around, my cargo shorts or whatever. So yeah, tell me what you guys think. Should I have gone for a different model? Have you yourselves gotten the RG40XXV? Do you like yours? Should I custom paint this and make it look more like the Game Boy DMG, like the 35XX did? Here's the side by side. Should I customize? I think I can use some Rust-Oleum, some custom, and do a custom paint job on this bad boy. I think I can even paint the D-pad black. I can even paint the buttons, but they sell the buttons on Etsy. I don't think I'll ever paint the buttons. I have not figured out how to change the LED light on the Newly software yet. I don't know if that is a feature. I have to do some research, but apparently you can. They have the feature. I might have to update the software though, because this like weird lemonade yellow-green thing, that's all I can do right now. I have not found the feature, the function to change that or even turn it off. But they have kits out there where you can take the analog stick off and just cover it with something cool, but I'm not going to do that. The reason I bought it was for the analog stick, because you never know, you might need an analog stick for certain games. But anyway, leave a comment. Tell me what you guys think. Did I go the wrong route? Would you recommend another handheld? What games have you been enjoying on your retro handhelds? I'm kind of new to the retro handheld scene. If you can see back, my nerd cave, I have mostly all of the original consoles and original games from my childhood, and I've got 2 CRTVs right now, rocking and rolling back here. So I prefer to play on original hardware myself. Whenever I can. I've got my whole setup over there. I've got a nice couch I can sit on and play some Yoshi's Island, which is what I'm trying to get through right now. Yoshi's Island has been a game of shame for me. I remember playing it a lot as a kid, never ever beating it. So I'm gonna beat it this year. That's goal for 2025, is beat Yoshi's Island. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments. If you really, I'm gonna check them all. I'm gonna respond to all the comments. And I like connecting with new people. So tell me what you're playing, old or new. Let's have a conversation. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time.